Are you somebody that feels like you always get it wrong, like you just don't know how to respond to your partner, that they're never satisfied with how you respond to the things that they say? Well, this video could be really helpful for you then. I'm Lisa, Love and Marriage Guide, and this research comes from Positive Psychology. It comes from the article Finding and Fostering the Positive in Relationships, Positive Interventions in Couples Therapy, out of the Journal of Clinical Psychology, volume 65, page 520 through 531. And it's research from Martin Seligman and his colleagues in 2006. And this is called the active constructive response. So most likely you're responding in ways that doesn't make your partner feel good, but it's kind of like you're not really thinking about it. You get a little bit nervous when they start talking to you because you feel like, oh my God, I'm not going to get this right again. So you really don't know what they're looking for. So this could be really helpful. So here, your partner, I'm going to give you a scenario. Your partner comes home and they tell you that they were just recognized by their boss for doing a great job. They're all excited. Okay, so the active constructive response is making eye contact with your partner, feeling the excitement that they're feeling. So you're kind of matching their energy and you're responding in the same sort of energy. And you might say something like, "Wow, that's so great. I know you've been working really hard. That must feel really good." Now, when you do that, your partner's going to be like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you mocking me? And this is what happens. So just let them know, no, I'm really trying this new thing. I'm learning how to respond to you in a good way. It just, like, it's not really, I'm trying. Okay, I know it doesn't feel like it's me yet, but I'm really trying to meet you where you're at and let you know that I see you and I'm happy for you. It's going to take me a while to kind of get this, like, make it my own, but I just want you to know I'm trying. So you can tell them that. Now, the things that you have probably been doing wrong are these three things. So this one's called passive constructive. And when you respond to them, you have kind of like low energy, not good energy. You might take time and not respond to them at all because maybe you're like, oh my God, what are they looking for? I don't know what they want me to say. Or you're just quiet and you don't say anything because you've already like screwed up a bunch of times and you're like, oh my God, I know I'm going to get it wrong. So I'm just not going to say anything. Just pretend I'm not here. So you might say something like, oh yeah, that's nice. And you probably aren't making eye contact with them because you're already afraid that you're going to do it wrong. So that would be the passive constructive response. Then you have the active destructive response, which you may have tried also. And that would be, really? I thought you said you hated your boss. So then you're kind of like sucking the energy out of the room. You're kind of taking away their good feelings. That's not what they're looking for either. But you're just struggling to say something. So I get it. And then the last one is the passive destructive response, where you just kind of like, you kind of focus on yourself instead because you're self-regulating. You're just like, okay, I'm going to get this wrong. So I'm just going to not feel these bad feelings. So you just might say something like, what? As you're scrolling through your phone. Okay, so all those last three were the not so good responses that you've probably been getting in trouble for. So I'm just going to go through the first one again and tell you again. You can practice like with a chair or something. That way when it does come out with your partner, it might sound a little bit more genuine, make it your own. And then you won't have to explain why you sound like you're mocking them. So your partner maybe comes home and they're in a bad mood, and another typical thing that people do is wrong is they try to solve it for their partner when their partner really just wants to know that they understand what they're feeling. So maybe your partner comes home and they say that their boss like criticized them, and so you could do all those other wrong responses with that. Or you could just make eye contact with them and you can say, "Oh, that really sucks. I know you've been working really hard. That must feel awful." And you're just still meeting them, you're making eye contact, you're meeting them with the same sort of energy, and you're letting them know you understand them. So it's really about that. The active constructive response is just, making eye contact, meeting their energy and their feeling, and then kind of letting them know you understand, and you can understand how they're feeling. So you can do this. So just practice.